Happy Halloween, everyone! At least time zones and all that I know, it's still Halloween night where I'm at, and so I'm just releasing this Halloween special video. Last night I went to a Halloween party that I was invited to, and honestly it was an absolute blast. One thing that I do need to admit that I don't do nearly enough of is go to housing events or parties or stuff like that in games. So this was actually a pretty big thing for me, I'm not gonna lie. I'd say that for real, and I'm 100% sure on this was actually the first Halloween event that I have actually ever been to in game. The first thing about a Halloween party though, right, is that you need to get your Halloween costume done up right? Come on. I don't want to just go up in like a basic thing, like that would be so bad. So I wanted to do something totally out of the norm here that I haven't seen much of, and so I reached right back into the depths of this game's foundations from the days of Eld that I played still to this day far too much of this game, and picked out Cognitome. Yep, that's right, it's got a face on it and it moves. I'm serving you face. Serving face. I don't know, I'm stupid, I'm sorry. But this is definitely not an item that you see these days anymore. Like, I cannot actually recall the last time that I've seen someone in-game actually used it. Hashtag FFXIV boomer, boom. But then I really decided to like twist things up and make it like a Zelda Majora's Mask kind of hybrid thing, because I was thinking like it could be fun to be like a scholar and like my face was actually the book, and then I was kind of getting like, oh my god, what was it, like the Labyrinth one where you have like that monster without the eyes that like gets the like pixie or whatever. Like, actually, maybe I shouldn't be mentioning that. Maybe that's too scary of a video to have on this channel. So don't worry, I'm not gonna clip that in because I know like that would probably be too much. But it was just a really good movie. I watched it like so many years ago growing up, like really good movie. But like, it would be fun to like do the scholar with like that twist and then have the book, just because when we're idle, the book also shows the book looking around ahead of us, which I thought was really cool with the mask. But anyhow, on top of that, I slapped on some excessive Victorian era looking poofy over the top glam pieces and added them some of my favorite signature colors that made it really pop. I'm not wearing gold, what the heck am I doing? I mean, that has basically become like a glamour staple. There's some gold or some rings or something. I mean, it's just like people are just like, oh my god, a lot of the time your character has more rings than even Yoshi P or Rudy Giuliani, and I'm like, oh my god. I mean, I do make an effort to be a little over the top in that department, but it's because in real life I actually can't stand anything on my wrists and hands. I can't even wear a watch. Like, I have had like so many watches like given to me that were like super nice. I literally can't stand anything on my wrist, not even an Apple Watch. I'll want to throw it out the window. Now for Name It, who came with me and he decided that he was going to do a vampire costume fit with a scholarly monocle. But the trick is that he is not actually what he seems. The trick is that he's actually a wolf in sheep's clothing. Actually, I mean vampire's clothing. For the record, I don't mean a Twilight werewolf or a sparkly vampire, if you know what I mean. I still, all these years, hate the fact that vampires sparkle in Twilight. What the hell is wrong with that movie? With all that ready, I was finally off to the party. So this event was at Wolf's Bed and Breakfast, outfitted with its very own menu that was like custom designed, and which honestly, I'm gonna be serious with you guys, is so well done. I am genuinely impressed with this level of detail, and this was like, in particular the Halloween special, and I was just like, oh my god, this is so awesome. But it was featuring a super cute note and a word of love and kindness, and introducing all of the hosts alongside a menu including juices and amazing meals. So we're talking about iconic things like deviled eggs, blood tomato salad, jack-o'-lanterns, blood bouillabaisse. I can't say that word, I'm trying, guys. Blood bouillabaisse, and desserts like old pumpkin cookies, apple strudels, and pixelberry cheesecake. And with cheesecake around, you know what I was ordering. What, with like 2020, I'm now serving that like cub fantasy. Is that the right term? The cub fantasy. I'll take a moment and do a shout out to the old pumpkin cookies though. Like, this is an old item from the days of Eld. Anyone else remember these? Like, these are older than some people's kids right now that I know. And so going to the event as someone who loves housing in Final Fantasy XIV so much that one of the actual big things that I do on my channel is supporting the housing community and helping people just get like large houses. What are you gonna do? Like, how's this like gonna run? Like, are you gonna like take this teleporter or that? Like, it's something that I am so passionate about in game. But like, how to say it? Like, I walked in and just the decorating was just Mwah, chef's kiss. And then we were decorated by the host Wolf himself. Wait, I said decorate? I mean, we were greeted by the host Wolf himself alongside a blue werewolf walk in, and out from the coffin pops another. And honestly, the coffin popping out was really a fun touch. I really love that, just because like that's not something that you see all the time. It's just like, oh my gosh, they like jumped out. That was fun. From there though, we went alongside this super cute decorated path to the basement that was all decked out for Halloween. There were tons and tons of creepy, amazing candles. There were moonlight TVs, demon gargoyles, an evil pot of stew with a friend, of course, in there, because of course we have a friend. Of course we do. But like, oh my god, a nice spooky aesthetic for the absolute win. Like, I live, it was so good. So there were a ton of events there, tons of hanging out, and just a lot of general tomfoolery and interacting with so many people. And I have to say, beyond anything, that is my #1 favorite part of Final Fantasy XIV and this community. Heck, that's why I'm even like doing videos like this, because I like get so much life from interacting with people, and just it feeds like this like internal like good positive energy in me, and it's just like, oh my god, it just really makes me feel good. It gives me a reason to do what I'm doing. And it's kind of funny though to say that, because I would absolutely 100%, beyond any shadow of a doubt, call myself an introvert. Don't be freaking deceived from this YouTube channel. If I feel like there's like not at that time or something for me to like talk, like I will not talk. I'm just like, oh my god, I suck at like breaking the ice or talking to people. I am like actually the freaking worst. And it's just like, that's why you see me like talk to so few content creators, because it's just like, oh my god, like why aren't you talking to other people? And it's because, oh my god, like I don't want to bug them. I've got so like I'm just super introvert. But regardless of that, it is just, honestly, it's sometimes my favorite, actually a lot of the time, most of the time, my favorite moments in this game are just the nice moments in between events, in between raid or something, that are just the best, you know? It's just like chilling in a pool filled with jellyfish talking smack is some of my favorite things. Also, one thing that this party had was a ton of events. They were handing out tons of menu items, bar events, games, and fun, which led into one of the main events, which was the costume costume contest with a lot of different costume concepts. Trying to get my words right, guys. I should seriously script this stuff. But for me, I admit that I was surprised that not everyone wanted to try. I say that as even myself though was shy, but we actually had like 5 winners and a huge chunk of it was passed out, and this included to everyone that participated, which I think was a really nice touch. I'm actually gonna be like super serious, like I'm not gonna lie, I was really happy and kind of shocked that I placed. I was one of the top entries, which was extremely kind, and I was really pleased with that. It's always nice when people are just like, oh yeah, you really did that, and I'm like, oh my god. See, for me, I'm just the kind of person to be happy and invited, yet alone win. But then a little after that, there was the like scary story event and so much more, but I don't want to spoil some of those amazing stories, because you know what, those are other people's stories to tell, and I will not do them justice, and so I'm just gonna cut it short here. But it was like amazing. But I'm sure that if you went to visit, you'd get some of the stories too if you asked. Anyhow, that's really it for this special Halloween video. It was a ton of fun, and as someone who really doesn't get out to this sort of event that often, I can say that it was a wonderful first experience, and I really do hope to have so many more. Christmas? I'm looking at you, Christmas. Oh my god, guys, people were already selling like Christmas stuff in the store back in September. Like literally, I remember I was like at Walmart just picking up some stuff with Name It, and it was like, oh my god, there's actually Christmas stuff. Or was I with my mom like helping shop? I can't even remember, but there was like Christmas stuff like in September, and I'm just like, this should not be here. But now it's after Halloween, and I look forward to the Christmas event. I know that some people in the comments are gonna be like, oh, Christmas already. I know. That leaves me to ask all of you, what did you guys do for Halloween, or have you been to any fun parties or events or stuff, Halloween or not? So for me, really, I hope that everyone's having a fantastic and safe Halloween and having a ton of fun. Anyhow, now I'm rushing off to export this video because I'm so incredibly late for this as is. I know that people are gonna be like in like Eastern Standard Time Zone and just like, what? It's already November 1st, you're the worst creator. Oh. Okay, I suck, but I'm having fun. I love you all so much, I'll see you soon.